Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about some ways that you can say no. If you struggle saying no, if you have a history of being a people pleaser, or you have high mercy or empathy, you may struggle with saying no. If you've been raised by a narcissist, there are many reasons and ways why you could have trouble with this. But in any case, we want to go over some ways to say no and some things to recognize and to help you grow to where you can say no, okay? So here are some ways to say no, and I think I mentioned this in one of the boundaries videos, probably the last one. But anyway, we covered a lot of these type issues in the boundary series on my playlist. It's 8 classes of boundaries teaching, so you might want to watch those if you struggle with this. But anyway, so here are some of the ways you can say no. No, no thanks, nope, nah, I don't want to, I'm not comfortable with that, that's not for me, hard pass, I'm not going, negative, maybe next time, no way, I'm good, not this time, not a good time, I can't make it, my plate's full, not possible, not a good fit, I'm booked, sorry, thanks but no thanks, I'm in a season of no, I'm not being led to, and I appreciate the offer, but I can't make it. So those are some ways you can say no. There are some tips I want to give you in this, because the way you say it, your body language, your energy, the tone of your voice, all give a message to the other person. Okay, so in general, you're going to want to eventually look at these and work on these if you have trouble with these, and this can really accelerate your growth in this area. So some tips to practice, and you can do it maybe with a friend. If you both have issues with saying no, you can practice with a friend. Sometimes that's fun. But you want to make eye contact with the person, just eye contact. It doesn't have to be any type of eye contact. You just want to make eye contact with the person so that they'll know you're speaking to them, and the other person will know that you mean what you say. So you're going to want to make eye contact. And another trait you can work on is lowering your voice a little bit. No is different than no. See, you can be very nice and kind and respectful and say no. Do you hear the weight in my voice when I say no, as opposed to no? See, that sounds flimsy. You want to lower your voice a little bit and give it a little bit of weight. The third one is that when you speak, whatever it is, however you're going to say no, you're going to speak with a finality. You wouldn't say no, but, or no, as if there's a question to it. The Lord has taught me this. And so you have to say it with a finality. No, like it's over. There's nothing left to talk about. That's an undercurrent in your no. It's no. No, like it's over, right? So you want to make eye contact, lower your voice a little bit, speak with some finality, and you don't want to give a reason for the no. You don't want to, and you don't need to. Let me read you this about saying no. The point is to say no respectfully, of course, but firmly enough to discourage the other person from trying to manipulate you to doing what you don't want to do, or to disrespect your no. If your no is wimpy, then they will, especially if they are domineering, controlling, narcissistic. They just see it as a challenge when you say no. One way they can manipulate you is to ask you why you're not doing it. Say you say, no, my plate's full, and they say, why? Or no, you say, no, I don't want to, and they say, why can't you do it? This is a manipulative tactic. If you give them a reason, they will argue you out of your no. See? Then you will feel obligated to do what they want if you're not strong enough yet to understand that your no means no, and that's the end of the discussion. So for example, you say, I can't, and they say, why not? You reply, because I'm tired. They respond, come along and I promise you'll feel better right when we get there. See, they're twisting your words and not respecting your words and trying to force you. They're breaking into your hula hoop and trying to force you not to do something that you don't want to do. Another example. This is different. You say, I can't. They say, why not? You reply, because I have to help my son with his report. They say, oh, your husband can do that. You should come with us. And they grab your hand and start to pull you along. See how giving a reason weakens your no? So the takeaway is not to give a reason. And this is for people that you're struggling with. Most people, you can give a reason and they won't do this. But I'm talking about the type of people that will push and you've been their slave maybe. So this is a particular type of personality. So the takeaway is not to give a reason to these people. You have to develop your emotional backbone to be able to do this. When you feel strongly convicted inside, you won't feel a need to give an explanation because your word is your word, and that's the end of it. You say, I can't. They say, why not? And you say conclusively, I can't. See ya. And you turn and you walk away. See the difference there? You've had a boundary there because you didn't let them ask you why. You didn't respond when they asked you why. And you just stood in yourself and you stood in your sacred space and you stood in your no and you carried it on. You didn't let somebody hoodwink you out of your conviction or your words or your feelings. So at first, this may sound hard for some of you, and at first you'll have to do it a few times over and over when you don't feel strong or you don't feel convicted. That's okay. When you do this behavior over and over again, you practice it, your feelings will follow over time and it will become very natural and fun, especially if you've never been able to say no for the most of your past life. So that is number 4, don't give a reason. Number 5, you can walk away. Now, if it's your boss or somebody like that, you'll have to use discernment as to what you can do with this push and pull and all of the politics there. But if it's someone in your family or someone that you've known that you've struggled with, and the only thing that you could lose by walking away would be the relationship, if that person proves to be toxic and doesn't want to grow and only wants to dominate you, manipulate you, you can walk away. And that can be a very healthy thing because you are in freedom. You can walk away and that person will start to have more respect for you because you're not going to be hanging around taking their abuse or hanging around for them to manipulate you anymore. They will lose power and the relationship will even out in power and you will be able to hold on to yourself more. That will show them that I'm not having this conversation. I'm not going to be involved in this and this is not going to happen. I don't want to talk about it. Also, keep in mind that this is all in the heart. All this that is going on is in your heart. And I want you to be open to the Lord showing you some things in your heart that are the reason why you keep letting this happen. Okay? Normally people don't do things to us. We allow them to do it. So the question is, why am I allowing this to happen? Things happen when you're little. Your heart gets wounded, gets taken advantage of, it is not heard, it is not appreciated, and the relationships you had as a child with older people could be very toxic. And whatever the case, be open to the Lord bringing up memories in your mind so that you can go back in the memory and let Him show you what happened to your heart back then. Because a lot of the times the bondage that's going on in a lot of these relationships where we have trouble saying no started way back when we were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, so be open to that. He would love to do some healing in your heart. Okay, the last thing, if there's a particular person in your life that is really giving you trouble and you have trouble saying no to them, here's some steps you can take to try to get out of this. And when you cling to the Lord and you are confident in Him, He will get you out of anything. Even if you started the whole thing and you caused the whole thing, it doesn't matter. He will get you out. So I'm encouraging you to draw near to Him, submit to Him, ask Him what to do, and all that. So the first thing you're going to want to do with this person is break soul ties with them. I've done some videos on breaking soul ties, and I'll try to remember to put that in the information box. So you're going to break soul ties with them, and that's a whole other playlist right there, Breaking Soul Ties. But you're going to do that. And then you're going to, in your own self, cast out a spirit of fear. Cast out a spirit of slavery. Divorce the spirit of fear. Divorce the spirit of slavery. Like in a divorce, in a court of law. Make it as official as you want. You're going to want to receive from the Lord, even though He's already given you this, you want to acknowledge it and receive it. The spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. This spirit is very powerful, and it can get you out of anything. You just listen to the Lord. So you're really exchanging the spirit of fear and slavery for this spirit of power, love, and sound mind. A heart issue here for this one, the next thing you're going to do is ask yourself and ask your heart, what is it about this person? What is it that I need from them? Am I needing something from them? Is that why I keep submitting to them, trying to please them, trying to keep them from getting angry with me? Do I need their approval? Do I need to agree with them? Do I need them to be in a good mood? Do I need them to give me money? Do I need them to, whatever it would be in your situation? Pull back the curtain and say, Lord, show me, what do I need from this person? Because that need is what's keeping you hooked into that relationship. So that can be a chain breaker right there, is figuring that out. The Lord will show you all these things. Ask the Lord to open your eyes to what is really going on behind the curtain. Remember in The Wizard of Oz when Toto pulled back the curtain and it was just all different? Well, that's how it is when the Lord gets involved and you get in the spirit. You can see what is really going on, and He'll show you this. He will totally show you. Also get support from other people. Other people like life coaches or counselors or people who are really healthy, or other people that could be in the same situation you're in. You could pray with them and you can practice these tips on those people. And then the other people that are counselors and these type of people can encourage you and give you tips as well. But that emotional support is very important, because when you have the emotional support, say of your small group, then when the time comes for you to interact with this Goliath or this bully or this person that has seemed so hard for you to deal with and you felt so small, when you finally go up to have to deal with the situation using all of these tips, and you've been being prayed for and supported in that small group, in your soul, that whole small group is with you when you're going up against this person. See? So that emotional support is very, very important. Please do not overlook that. Another thing is that you're going to practice saying whatever it is you're afraid to say. In the mirror by yourself, go into the mirror and say, no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Say whatever it is you're going to have to say to them over and over again, and it's going to feel awkward and wrong and weird at first, but you keep doing it until you can say it and it just feels normal. It feels okay. See, that means your inside has lined up with those words. All right, that's very important. Another thing is that you're going to practice saying it with other people, with these people or whoever else you can say it with, your spouse, your parent, your anybody. You want to say it to yourself till your feelings agree, and then say it with other people, another person. And so when you're doing this, you're paving the pathways to be able to do it, so that when you do have to really do it with this particular person, it will be so much easier, because you're going to feel like you've already done it before. So it will lower the tension a lot, and it will give you more clarity, and it will help things unravel quicker in the relationship, the toxic things. And then, of course, you're going to wait for the Lord to open the door. He will open the door for you to have this interaction or whatever it is you're needing to do, and however you're needing to say no to this particular person. God will open the door, and when He opens the door, He is giving you the opportunity to do what He's taught you, to walk by faith, to break the relational pattern. That's what you're going to do, is break the relational pattern by you doing something different. If you've never said no, you're going to say no, and you're going to have practiced it enough that your no is going to mean no, and you're not going to just scurry away then and be afraid of them and do whatever they say anymore. So you're breaking the relational pattern and you're taking your life back. This is the first step. When God opens the door, it's the first step for you to take your life back. And so He'll give you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to interact with this person to reshape the relationship. If they've had all the power and you've been the little feather, all these interactions will even things back out. Or it could be the end of the relationship. You have to be open to that, and you have to be aware that that may happen. Whenever you're dealing with someone who's difficult, toxic, narcissistic, controlling, manipulative, whatever, they have been doing whatever they've been doing to you for so long, right? So they have a vested interest in keeping it that way. And so if they are so invested in themselves being able to control other people, then the Lord will break the relational pattern, and the whole relationship may fall apart, and they may call you names and whatever, and the whole relationship may just die. And that may be God's will. So be open to that. A lot of times when He's calling you out into His purposes, He will grow you strong to be able to deal with difficult people, but He'll also eliminate those people that are hindering His purposes in your life. See? So just be aware of that, okay? So I hope some of these things have been helpful. Ways to say no. We all have this issue with certain people, and with family politics and with certain personalities who we tiptoe around and we don't want to upset them. Well, the Holy Spirit is doing something different now, and the Lord wants you to listen and follow Him and to get healing and to be able to connect with other people so that you feel supported and strengthened, where you can get inside your hula hoop and stay there and listen and follow the Lord as you go along in your hula hoop. Okay? He doesn't want you being jerked out of the hula hoop or having you letting other people break into your hula hoop to steal your whatever it is, your ability to follow the Lord and all these type things. Okay, so I hope this is helpful, and I pray that you will pursue being able to say no to anyone, because this is what Christ has purchased for us. He's purchased for us this freedom where we can say no and we can say yes. We can say no, we can say yes to every person. The no and the yes are equal. We don't have the yes having all the weight and the no being really wimpy. We have the no and the yes being equal to every person, and that's God's will for you. All right? So I'll see you next time.